a lot of talk lately of who the king of the apartment is. Now, I've heard Saxy being called it, NRX Saxy. He was actually the first person to be called that. I've heard Iferg trying to take that title. So now I think it would actually be a really good opportunity for the entire community to try to prove themselves. So I thought I'd make a nice little challenge called the King of the Apartment Challenge, or hashtag Hawks Parkour. And basically what this challenge is it's a little parkour challenge, and you'll upload the video of you doing the parkour, and the person that gets the very fastest time doing the parkour will get $100 USD. So the prize will actually be $100 to the winner, and only the winner, so there's no other prizes. There's no fighting involved in this. It's purely parkour. Just want to be able to see in the community who can get the best speed run time in a 3-story parkour situation. So I already designed an entire situation, and I also made some rules on how you can do that and how you can get the $100 and how you can upload the video and all that fun stuff. So yeah, let's go ahead and look at those rules. All right, so the first rule is the time starts as soon as the joystick moves, so make sure that the joystick is visible. And basically this is just because I want to be able to actually see exactly when you start running. So make sure that I can see your joystick and it's not too transparent or too small. All right, so the next rule is pretty straightforward. Mobile devices only, so this is basically just tablets and phones. So that's basically all you can use. No PCs, emulators, nothing like that. So only mobile devices. All right, the third rule is that the player must be all the way back into the starting corner when they actually begin the run. Now, if you look at the video right now, you can actually see me demonstrating this. So make sure, like, in the video, you show yourself looking into the corner, just so I know you're all the way back into the corner, and then turn around and you can start the run. And then again, the run will start, or the time will start, as soon as you leave that corner and as soon as your joystick moves. And the same thing applies for when you actually end your time. Your time will end exactly when you get into the corner and as soon as your body touches it. So if you want to make it a little bit quicker, just by a split second, you could run up to it and punch it, or whatever you want to do. Just as soon as your body touches that corner, I will stop the time. Another rule is just kind of to make sure that nobody cheats, and that is to make sure you do the run when you can see that little, like, in-game timer on the top left, and you should be able to see it right now so you can see what I'm talking about. Just make sure that you actually do the run when that is showing in your game, just so I can confirm that you didn't speed up the clip, or just to make sure that nobody cheats. And again, I can also kind of just tell if it's sped up or not because I've played the game so much, so don't even try to speed it up. No cheating at all. If we find out you're cheating, you're not going to win, so obviously no point in doing that. But again, just to make sure that nobody does, the in-game counter will kind of just help with that. And also make sure to put hashtag Hawks Parkour into the title. Now this is basically just so me and all the other viewers will be able to find your video, and then I can actually like accurately measure your time and you have a chance of winning. So that is one of the biggest requirements so that I can find your video and you're entered into the competition. Just make sure to put hashtag Hawks Parkour into the title. Also, make sure to put the time of your run in the title. You could either do it in seconds or minutes plus seconds, or you could do minutes, seconds, milliseconds if you want to get really accurate. But just make sure you do something pretty close to your time, because I will go back and measure everything perfectly. But just so I can get an idea of what the time will be, make sure to put it in your title. So for example, if I had a time of 1 minute and 10 seconds, I would just put 1 minute and 10 seconds. Super easy. Or just 1 semicolon 10. Super simple. And then I'll make sure to also measure the time of every run that is uploaded on YouTube. And I'll make sure to comment on that video what the exact time is. And then if it's something amazing, like I'll also throw in some hearts or something pretty cool, because I want to see people get some crazy times. But yeah, I'll definitely comment on every video that has hashtag Hawks Parkour in the title and is actually the parkour run. So the next rule is that the video must be posted on YouTube, and this is just so I can easily find it. You can also stream it though. You can upload it to Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. You can do whatever you want with that clip. Just make sure that you also put it on YouTube with hashtag Hawks Parkour, and this is just so I can find it, but make sure you do that. That is very, very, very important. Okay, this is very important. You cannot use a rubber chicken or any melee weapons or sports drinks. No sports drinks and no melee weapons. You have to have your fists out, and you can't have sports drinks. Do not forget this. This is very important. I feel like a lot of people are going to screw this up. Very important. Don't do it. All right, so the last rule is you must do all the parkour that I'm about to show you for your run or your time to actually be valid. And you just got to try to do it as fast as you possibly can. You can do basically whatever you want to try to shorten the time, but you just have to make sure that you do all the parkour that I actually am about to show you. All right, so now the very last thing is the best time by February 23rd at 11:59 PST, so that's where I live, or February 24th, 3:59 p.m. in the Philippines. That person will win $100, and I will contact the winner by YouTube, and I will also announce it in a video. So just make sure to upload your video trying to get that speed run before the times listed. You can also check the times listed down in the description and the comments, because I'll be copying and pasting the rules down there as well. But yeah, that person will win $100, and I will message the YouTuber on, or the winner on YouTube. So just make sure to stay tuned for that. I will also upload a video, and yeah. So now let's go into the actual parkour and how you got to do it, and then we'll try to see who can get the best time. Okay, so to actually start it out, make sure you start in the very corner at the top of the 3-story as seen here, and you can do it in any 3-story, by the way. This works on all of them as far as I know, but right now we're in the one on wheat. But then you run over here and you do the drop down into the window, and then when you make it in the window, you go over here, and then you got to go on this ledge and walk all the way to the last window. You can go in either of the last like little split in the window, but I just go in the closest one because it's quicker. Then when you get here, you're gonna jump through this window, and then you get on the ledge, and you have to go all the way around the corner, and then you got to go inside the window. Now that you're at this part, what you do is you go in the next short window, you go in there, hop out, and go in the next room. Now what's very important here is you have to actually go inside the room, like your feet have to touch the floor. Then you go in the windowsill and you do this little hop up as shown here, and then you can hop in the first window, and now you're at this part. Now it gets pretty easy. All you have to do is run through and back up to the top. Try to do this as fast as you can. And then what you have to do is you have to do the hop down. And every time you do a hop down, you have to touch the windowsill. Now you can touch it for only a brief second or whatever you want, but you have to touch it. That's the most important thing. You have to touch that little windowsill right there. You got to touch it. So you could just go doot, 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 or you could go doot and go all the way in and then hop out and go again, whatever you feel most comfortable with. But I feel like the fastest person is going to be able to go down and touch the windowsill a little bit and go down back and forth. Then what you do is you go back inside and run through and you punch the wall, and that's the end of the time. So hopefully you guys got that. If you have any questions, go back and let me know. Hopefully it's self-explanatory. Again, just do the exact parkour I did as fast as you can. After trying it like 3 or 4 times, what you'll notice is you get really used to where you have to go. But fastest time will get $100. But make sure to drop any questions you have down below in the comments, because I know there's a lot of rules to this and there's some parts that may be confusing. So if you do have questions, drop them in the comments below, or maybe someone already asked a question and I already answered it. Also, make sure to like the video, because if we are able to, this is going to be a super big goal, and it's going to be super tough to hit. But if we're able to hit 10,000 likes on the video, then I will bump up the prize pool to $250. And I know that's not a massive change, but I feel like $250 it's still a nice chunk of change for a little speed run. But yeah, also make sure to drop a sub, because when I actually do pick the winner, or whoever got the best time, I'll be reacting to that video. So you definitely want to stay tuned for that. So make sure to drop a sub so you can see that, as well as my kill montages and all that fun ROS stuff. But yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed, and best of luck to everyone. See you guys later. Peace.